Srimati Ramanujaya Namaha. Sri Sailesha Dayapatram Dibhaktiyadi Gunarnavam Yatindra Pravanam Mande Ramyaja Mataram Munim Lakshminada Samarambham Nathayamana Madhyamam Asmadacharya Pariyandham Mande Guru Parambaram Yo Nityam Achyutavadam Bhujayukma Rukma Vyamohadastathitarani Trinayamene Asmat Gurur Bhagavadosya Dhayeka Sintoho Ramanujasya Charanau Sharanam Pravatye Mata Pita Yuvadayas Dhanaya Vibhudihi Sarvam Yadeva Niyamena Madanvayanam Adyasya Nah Kolabadir Vakulaviramam Srimat Tatangri Yogalam Pranamami Murdhna Bodham Sarascha Mahadahvaya Bhattanada Shri Bhaktisara Kulasekara Yogi Vahan Bhaktangri Renu Parakala Yatintra Mishran Srimat Parangusamanim Pranatosmi Nityam. அன்னவயல் புதுவை ஆண்டாள் அரங்கிற்கு பண்ணு திருப்பாவை வல்வதியும் இன்னிசையால் பாடிக் கொடுத்தாள் நற்பாமாலை பூமாலை சூடிக் கொடுத்தாளை சொல்லு சுடிக் கொடுத்த சுடர்குடிகே தொல்பாவை பாடியொருள வல்ல வல்வளையாய் நாடினே வேங்கடவர்க்கு என்னை விரியன்னை இம்மாற்றம் நாம் கடவா வண்ணமே நல்கு. Namaskaram to all. Continuing our Prabandhams, the Pashurams in the Thiruppavai. Today we are in the 29th Pashuram. This is the last Pashuram of Andhal with the stature of a Gopika. As we have seen from the previous Pashuram, she has shown a greatest desire towards the ultimate benefit, the prapyam of being with Kannan and being in the moksham and able to do the nitya kainkaryam. The continuous service to Emperor Shriman Narayanan is what that she prayed for in the previous Pashuram. And in this Pashuram, she is going to explain, or she is going to enjoy that the kainkaryam, that the prapyam, what she is already getting it from Kannan and what she is going to repeatedly able to do with Kannan. And this is a Pashuram with which she concludes Thiruppavai in terms of what is the ultimate desire of Andhal is what that it is being described. After she made the Sharanagati as a path and got that prapyam to get into the moksham, that she says that she wanted to continuously do the Nitya Kainkaryam to Kannan. And that is what in this particular Pashuram that she explains. Let us do the Anusanthanam of the Pashuram and look at the meaning of this Pashuram. Chitram Jirugade Vandunai Chevithu Un Potra Marayadihe Potrum Puruhel Hai Petreme Tunnum Kulatil Bharamduni Kutreval Engale Kullamal Pohadu Etrepare Holban Yentrudan Govinda Etrekum Yerel Bravikum Undanodu Utrome Havo Munake Nam Achevo Matrenam Kamangal Matrelo Embavai. Chitram Jirugade Vandunai Chevithu Un Potra Marayadiyen Potrum Puril Redai Petreme Tunnum Kulatil Bharandani Kutreval Engale Kullamal Pohadu Etrepare Holban Yentrudan Govinda Etrekum Yerel Bravikum Undanodu Utrumeyavom Munake Namachevom Matrenam Kamangal Matrelor Embavai. This Pashuram in the Vaishnavism, this is a daily Shattumurai Pashuram, and this is repeatedly every Jivatma should be specifying. That is what Andal ends that note in the Thiruppavai, that our ultimate permanent happiness or this Jivatma's prapyam is to continuously do the service to Shriman Narayanan, and that is the one that should be we should be receiving it in the moksham, is what that every day we should be praying to Brahman, is what that this Pashuram is going to state. Let us look at the meaning of this Pashuram and then see the deep internal meaning, how one should be indulged into the daily Kainkaryam, the Nitya Kainkaryam to Emperor. Chitram Jirugade Vandunnai Sevithu. That means in the very early morning, we have come here, Kanna. We all have come. She must have specified this with a lot of anxiety and the greatest desire. Morning, kale என்று சொன்னாலே, this is morning. So when we tell kalai, that is in Tamil, morning. Okay, if you have to specify the early morning, then we could say chirukale. Chirukale means early morning. But she still even says chitram chirukale. That means even much early morning. That means she shows that desire, that what we have to get this moksham and do this prapyam of kainkaryam, we have come very early morning. See, that shows, because when we are very much interested in certain things or certain functions or any things that is going to happen with anxiety, we wake up very early in the morning. We don't get sleep. And that is the nature that Andal is describing here, that she, along with all others, the girls, they all have come very early in the morning, and that she shows that the interest, the greatest desire towards the propyam is what that it means. Chitram chirugale vandunnai chevittu un potra marai adiyen potrum porul kelai. We have come always to chant your Tirunamam and to get your blessings, and it's the lotus feet of Emperor Shriman Narayanan is what that we all need. Un potra marai adiyen. Potra marai is the lotus feet of Emperor, and we wanted to be within your lotus feet. And the reason why we wanted to be there within your lotus feet is the purpose that she is explaining. பெற்றேமை துண்ணும் குளத்தில் பிறந்தினி குற்றேவளங்களை கொள்ளாமல் போகாதே. So please accept us. Please do not let us down. So because we wanted to be within your lotus feet, and she is even telling in a little bit, you should accept us. There is no way that you can let us down. So she says that one, even if you have come to our own Ayarpadi Kulam, and you have been within one of us, but even then, we wanted to be within your lotus feet, and you should accept us to your lotus feet, is what that she says. பெற்றேமை துண்ணும் குலத்தில் பிறந்தினி குற்றேவள் எங்களை கொள்ளாமல் போகாதே. We wanted to do the Nitya Kainkaryam, the service to you. Everyday service we wanted to do within your lotus feet, and you should accept that one. That is what she is requesting for through this one. இற்றை பறை கொள்வான் என்றுகான் கோவிந்தா. They say that one. See, this is the level of bhakti. We do not think about anything other than yourself. Doing kainkaryam to you is what that it will be there continuously in our hearts. So we do not think about any other materialistic things. So once we have crossed the level of this bhakti, it comes automatically that only doing the Nitya Kainkaryam to Embrahman is the only thinking that will be there with those muktas who are there, or even the Nityas who are there in the moksham, in the Sri Vaikuntham. And that's what she is saying. Ittrai parai golvan endradan Govinda. We do not know. We do not know anything else other than being in the moksham and able to do the Nitya Kainkaryam to you, Krishna, Govinda. Again, she is using in the continuous pasharams from the bhakti level, Sharanagati, she keeps on repeating the name Govinda. That is the name. Adiyan mentioned that in the previous pashuram. The reason why that she has taken that name is that she repeated that here, even in doing the Kainkaryam to Emperor, she uses that Endradan Govinda. எற்றைக்கும் ஏழேல் பிறவிக்கும் உந்தன்னோடு உற்றேமே யாவோம் உனக்கே நாம் ஆட்சேவோம். Even whatever may be the different, we get a lot of ஏழேல் பிறவி. That means whatever that incarnation, we have taken it into several births and deaths. We would like to do what in whatever time that it is going to come. We would like to be under your feet and able to do this Kainkaryam is what that she says. We have a lot of she repeats the relationship that what this Jivatma has got with Emperor Shriman Narayanan. That is the greatest inner meaning that we should understand, because she knows this Jivatma, understanding the Jivatma, and it is belonging to Emperor Shriman Narayanan, and that is the relationship, the bond that between this Jivatma and the Paramatma, she understood that, and that is what she repeated here, and say that one utrome yavom, unakke naam akshevom, unakke naam akshevom. This is a very great, she must have told unakku naam akshevom, she might have told, because Acharyas used to stress that fact that unakke naam akshevom. That means it is only to Embaraman Sriman Narayanan that we are going to do that Kainkaryam Govinda, and it is for the happiness of Emperuman that Kainkaryam is being done. So this is the one of the thing that which comes as a maturity of your bhakti and the level of the Sharanagati. It is not for the self-happiness that we are doing all this Kainkaryam. This is always to the happiness of Emperuman Sriman Narayanan. We are doing this Kainkaryam. That means we would be whatever that you would like us to do, whatever the happiness that it will happen for Emperuman Sriman Narayanan, that is what that we would do as a service. It is not for us. It is not for the people around us. It is not between us and yourself. It is only for your happiness. And this is very great concept. Adiyan is just summarizing that one. This is the greatest inner meaning. Even the whole the secret meanings of the Trimantram and the many of those mantras are revealing that one, that it is only to the happiness of Emperuman, whatever that he would like to be doing, this Jivatma must be doing, and that we call it out as a Paratantriyam. That means being completely towards the lotus feet of Emperuman, doing the service to Emperuman, to his happiness. It is not for the self-happiness of this Atma. And this is what she says with the greatest concept here. Unakkenam akshevom matrainam kamangal. So we would like to continuously do only this service. And we would not like to get even. So all those Nityas and the Muktas who has got those blessings of doing that Nitya Kainkaryam, always every moment they think about there should not be any hindrance in any form that should come to that service that what they are doing. That means their thinking or their Atma should not even think about anything else. So here she says, Matrainam Kamangal Matrelo, we would not like to have anything else. Please do not bring any hindrance. Please avoid this. We call it out as the even though they don't have any hindrance when they go into a moksham, but even they keep on thinking about there should not be any hindrance to this. The Kainkaryam, the service that what we are doing to Emperuman should be continuous, and there should not be any hindrance to that. And that is what she is mentioning it here. Matrainam Kamangal Matrelor Embavai. Anything that it comes into that in between for this service, please take that away. And that is also only yourself can do. It is all into the lotus feet of Emperuman, because that is the means by which she has taken it up. That's the tool by which you can also get into that one. So she repeatedly tells, this is a great, the 5 or 6 messages that what she is mentioning it here, this Pashuram, which is talking about the Kainkaryam, doing Kainkaryam, which is the ultimate benefit, ultimate purpose of this soul, getting it into moksham. And that is the essence of this particular Pashuram, because the whole Thiruppavai, what Andal wanted to have as a Kannan's Prabhavam, is this level of being in moksham and able to do the Nitya Kainkaryam to Emperuman. That is what every Jivatma should be striving for, is what that Acharyas used to specify. And that is the level where we remove our whole of our ego, the ahankaram and the mamakaram, that it has to go. And we do not even think about, even we get a bhakti level, we get the jnanam and we get those atma jnanam about Emperuman. But when we are just thinking about that, we are doing this for our own happiness, our own materialistic benefit, or for anything else of the self, I, me thinking, it does not get into the fulfillment. This Kainkaryam of what we are doing to Emperuman is, or to even to the Bhagavadas of Emperuman, that's the next level, because even to the Adiyas, that's why we do the Kainkaryams to all the Bhagavadas and the Acharyas. And this is what Emperuman likes for, and this is the happiness that it gives for Emperuman. So whatever that we do the Kainkaryam, it should result into the happiness for the happiness of Emperuman. And whatever he thinks, the way that it should be done, that is the way that it should be done, and not for our self happiness or even for any self benefit. And we should reach to this highest level. Every jivatma should reach to this highest level in doing that nitya kainkaryam, is what this pashuram through which Andal is mentioning. She reached to that level along with all the gopikas. If you look at that one, the 15th pashuram and this 29th pashuram, acharyas used to condense this. These two pashurams fulfills the whole meaning of the Thiruppavai, if you just go by the essence. The 15th pashuram mentioned about how you have to be together with all the Bhagavatas, and then you give the respect to those devotees, and giving together with the Bhagavatas and then praising them is the first nature that one should have. And if we show that way, the Bhagavatas and the devotee shows that way, how Emperuman will react to us is what that it is being told in this 29th Pashuram. He will be offering that Kainkariam with his own happiness, and whatever this we call it out as the Emperuman's Bogam, that is his own happiness. And many times that the great devotees gets that blessings, like Alvars, they got that blessings. And Andal here says that greatest concept of doing Kainkariam to Emperuman, and that is the ultimate aim. And this Pashuram stresses the fact that how she reached to that stage along with all the Bhagavadottimikas, and they never Andal let it with only for herself. You would not see the word like Nan, Yennudaya, that means in Tamil, it is for myself, it is for me. She never asked, Kudiyirundu kulirundelorum Baba. She said together, all of the devotees together. We have come here together. She never had a Pashuram singing about that she herself has come. No, she says we have come together. That means all of the Bhagavadottimigal together has come to do this Kainkariam. And this is the great Prabhavam that she is teaching us in the real world, that one Jivatma has, how they have to be together with all the other Bhagavatas, and also how we should be with the lotus feet of the Acharyas through them, and praising them to their lotus feet and doing Kainkariam to these Acharyas. It gives the happiness to Emperuman, and then it gives the opportunity to go to the Moksham and do the Nitya Kainkariam with Emperuman, is what the whole message is that this Pashuram is mentioning. And with this one, Andal is concluding her posture as a Gopika. The 29th Pashuram, it ends how an Ayarpadi girl in the Dwapara Yukam, they got the blessings of Kannan. She gets the fullest blessing of Kannan. She made the Sharanagati with Kannan. Then Kannan accepted her to the lotus feet, and then she is doing the Nitya Kaingaryam. That's a result of being in the moksham. That is, what is the ultimate benefit of being in the moksham is doing the continuous service to Emperuman Sriman Narayanan. And that is what she repeatedly tells into this Pashuram. And chanting this Pashuram, Acharyas used to say, even if you do not have a time to chant all the 30 Pashurams on a Thiruppavai, which is on an everyday basis, we can all tell every Pashuram has got the greatest meaning. At least we could tell this Pashuram, which is what that the essence of the whole Thiruppavai of ultimate benefit that what one Jivatma should attain. Because all Andal is trying to do that is to give that benefit to all the Jivatmas in this world. She is anyway in the Sri Vaikuntham, and she came here to give that blessings to all the Jivatmas. And that is what into this Pashuram that she specifies and stresses the fact that we should be indulged into this particular type of a Nitya Kainkaryam. Being in this world, we can also get involved into that type of a Kainkaryam to all the Bhagavatas or who are in need. All the services to the needy is accepted into that. And that type of a Kainkariam is what that during the period, because we have to go through our life here and we need to at least spend that life purposefully. And that is what one can take it up as a meaning, and that can give pave the way for us to go into Sri Vaikuntham and do the Nitya Kainkaryam to Sriman Narayana. And this is greatest meaning. There are a lot of internal meaning into this. There are two things what Andal is showing here. One is Atma Jnanam, that means she is understanding what is Jivatma, who is Paramatma, what is the relationship between this Jivatma and Paramatma. That is what she already mentioned. That is what she says. Then what is the purpose of that? That is what we call it out as the Apradiseshedam. They call it out as how, what is the purpose of that one? That means whenever Emperuman is coming to bless us, we should not be stopping that one. That means our own ego will stop, because the happiness or self or anything that we are thinking is what that acharyas used to say that one, that should be completely removed. That ahankaram, mamakaram should be removed. And this we call it out as the paratantriyam. That means whatever Emperuman does it for his own happiness, that should be the ultimate aim for us, not for any of that for us or for ourselves. And this is what the two things with what Andal shows here is what the very deep internal meaning that acharyas used to convey. But with this one, I think she concludes the Vritam. She got that into the moksham and doing the nitya kainkaryam with Emperuman, and that every jivatma can chant that one and get into that level is what that we can take it from here. The next last Upashuram, the 30th Upashuram, she is really revealing as a Kodainachiyar Andal, her original posture, not as a Gopika. And she is giving that as a Palashruti. That means what is the benefit that, in the real benefit, the Jivatmas here by chanting this Thiruppavai could get, is what that she is concluding that with the 30th Upashuram, which we will see the meaning in tomorrow's session. Srimati Ramanujaya Namaha. Alvargal Tiruvadigalai Sharanam. Acharyan Swami Tiruvadigalai Sharanam. Jiyar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam. Alvargal Tiruvadigalai Sharanam.